Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Finagren's Irish Whiskey. Nice raised label, decent packaging, not a whole lot on the back. Imported and bottled by Universal Brands, Princeton, Minnesota. Proudly made in Ireland. 750 ml bottle, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Matured in cask for 3 years. Finest tradition, artfully matured with unique recipe passed down from generation to generation. And just says Irish quality, Irish craft. Well, here we are. A little bit of spring water in the bottom. Possibly too much, you never know. Give this a try. Now, it was a toss-up between this and it was a bourbon I was looking at. And this just happened to win the day on curiosity's sake. It is a nice caramel color with a bit of a yellow hue to it. It is thick up on the sides of the glass. Actually, not as thick as I thought. And it tears up rather peculiar. Usually it's like a cluster that kind of runs down together. This looks almost like lightning bolts crackling its way down the glass. Interesting. Excuse me. Haven't even had a sip yet. And it smells like an Irish whiskey. You get that ethanol odor to it. Various fruits, apricot, lemon. And I have to say, a weird, I don't want to say yard clipping smell, but it has something similar to that line, almost a vegetarian odor to it. It's hard to describe. But it has your typical whiskey nose. It's on the light side. I've had some whiskeys where you put it about, it's about a foot and a half or so away from me, and it just comes rolling out of the glass. This doesn't. Yeah, you have to go to it. But it's not offensive. It's a bit of a burn, a little bit of a bite, and it's gone. It has a very, very short hang time. Almost no taste to it. It is so light on the palate. You get what you smell. You get a little bit of lemon. You get a little bit of some other fruit notes that are in there. But they come through so quickly. And they're gone so fast that it leaves you with a bit of a bite and a bit of a burn on the tongue, which is also quite short-lived. And then nothing more than give it a second sip. And it has that ethanol flavor, that bitterness, ethanol bitter in the back of the palate. And what can only really be described as yard clipping taste. I know that doesn't sound very appealing, and probably if you would try it, you're going, where is he getting that from? But it's just an odd taste coming to my tongue with this particular, Irish whiskey. And I myself like Irish whiskeys. I don't like where the Scotch will kick you in the head, and the Americans will also try to kick you in the head. Irish whiskey tends to be a lot softer, a lot nicer to the palate. At least the ones I've come across. And this is almost too light on the palate. Now, at the taping of this particular review, we are in the heat of the summertime, and it is god awfully hot. So put this sucker on ice, coming close to eliminate almost all the flavor out of it by doing that. But this would go very well on the hot days of summer, much like today. Now, I'm willing to bet some of you would be watching this in the middle of winter going, hey, it's not hot at all. But still, the taping of this video is quite toasty. So give it a try. See what you think. Like I said, it's got an okay nose, but a real fleeting taste on the palate, leaving it excellent for summertime and any other kind of hot weather activities or hot weather moments that you might be in, that sipping a Irish whiskey neat would be appropriate. And see what you have to think about this. I could be way off. Give it a try. See what you think. This is Finagren's. I keep wanting to call it Finagren, but it's Finagren's Irish whiskey. Any comments about this particular product down below is warmly welcome. Or better yet, go out, buy it, try it, make a video of yourself, telling the rest of us in the YouTube community your thoughts about Finagren's. And if you liked it or didn't like it. Like I said, I think this is a great summer sipper. But that's about all you can really say about it. Its taste is so fleeting, and the nose is so light. I don't know. See what you guys think. In the meantime, keep on drinking.